Damn, Clown, you were about that, man. Appreciate that, bud. I gotta get badges, so you got something pretty to have on the side. I gotta figure that out. All right, hold on. Let me. I gotta still kick a few things into motion, and then we'll get started. But hey, buddy, yeah, it was a day. Boy, do I have a story to tell. But I will be back in a second. All right, let's get this thing started, shall we? Hey, everybody. Okay. Yeah. No, it was a lot. It was a lot. So I get up at about 6, right? And that's normally when I get up to go to work. I was working on one of my laptops because of the thing that I will tell you guys about in a minute. But I was working on one of my old laptops to try and see if I could get it to work so that I could check some parts. Okay, well, this will be fine. So I finally get out the door, leave at about 7 to get to where I'm going. Well, like 7:30-ish. So I get to my work, I pull up, and you have to like badge in to where we're at. And so I roll down the driver's side window. And when I go to roll down the driver's side window, I fat finger the passenger side window because they're like the window things are literally touching. So if you miss by like a micrometer, you're hitting the other one. And so the passenger side window goes down a little bit, and I finish putting the main side window down, badge in, get inside, and I go to roll that window back up, and it just goes and drops down further. I'm like, that's not good. So I hit it again, and it just went further, and I'm like, oh great, that's never a good sign. So the regulator decided to just basically throw itself from a tall cliff, which is fun. And so it's 8-ish in the morning, and I'm sitting in the parking lot at work, and I'm just like, that's not gonna go up. So I get out of the car, leave the car on, get out of the car, and try and like wiggle it up. Like you can kind of like jiggle the electric motor half the time and like pull it up at the same time, and sometimes it'll go back in place. Didn't work at all. In fact, made it worse. Just kept going down. So I call the mechanic. The mechanic's like, oh, nobody around has that part. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, I'll call around and see if I can find somebody. I'm like, all right, fine. Do what you do. So while he's calling around, I call around to try and find the part, which is, it's just a window regulator for an older like car. And earliest I can find it is like that afternoon. And I know that my mechanic, if I get the part and take it to him, he'll install it. Oh, hold on. My greens. There we go. But yeah, so I know if I go and get the part and take it to my mechanic will install it, but that would mean that I would have to drive like 45 minutes, all back roads with one window down. I'm not about that life. I keep the windows up all the time because I want the AC on. Like, I like a very specific temperature. I have severe allergies. If I get hit with like, oh, I ate a beard hair. Yeah, if somebody's cutting grass, I'm having a bad day. I'm having a migraine. You know, I'm not doing good. And so I wind up driving from my office to the mechanic, get to the mechanic, because the mechanic had called and said, oh, well, you know, I found a place. The part will be here in 30 minutes. I'm like, perfect. I'll be there in 30 minutes. It'll take me about that long to get to you. Get to the mechanic. And, oh, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't have made it. I'd have probably had to stop like 12 times. No, for sure. Yeah, summer just in general is bad enough. But so I make it to the mechanic, get in the door. They pull the car into the bay. The guy looks at it and goes, I ordered the wrong part. I told the guy on the phone like 6 times. I'm like, hey man, passenger side door. Like that passenger side, front side, that's the one. That's the one that's broken. That's the one that I need. He apparently forgot. He ordered the driver's side door. And then he's like, oh shit, I can't. He calls the place. They don't have the part because they're mirror images. And oh, we got hit with an ad. I'll hold off finishing the story. But yeah, it was, I know a few of you at least can hear, but yeah, it was interesting. It was a lot. See when people get back here. Oh yeah, I know you don't have ads, but there's like 4 people here I think right now, so I don't know who all has ads and who doesn't. So just to be fair, I'm gonna wait until my little like audio cue goes off so that I know ads should be over. That way they don't miss too much. But yeah, fancy with no ads and all the emotes. Yeah, I definitely got to make some sub badges. That's got to be a thing. May just have to be the shield for them. Just get color variations of the shield because I think I have a black and white copy somewhere. Ads should be just about 3 more seconds. I know that they should be just about over. There they go. So yeah, so the mechanic orders the wrong part. He realizes he orders the wrong part, cancels that part. That part still showed up. The guy was already like almost there. And winds up calling the company. They don't have it. Calls like 27 other places. Calls the places that I called because I'm like, these places have it, but it won't be here till this afternoon. I don't know if you guys can do it faster. And he's like, oh, okay. They finally find the part from a supplier that I guess they liked. It was on, so like, I'm about here. It was over here. So it didn't get to the mechanic until the afternoon. Like, I think it was like 4 p.m. and they close at 5. Which is great because I had to drive that car almost 3 hours, I think it was, south. Oh no, it was like 2.5 or something. About 2.5 with traffic and all of the construction. But so that's where the fun part of the story comes in. So I happened upon somebody, nice dude. Yeah. Oh, that's the fun part though. So the part gets there at 4. They close at 5. Because I left the car there, they managed to get it done at 4:55. So car was fixed. Window works now. So I then took the car home and then drove south. Which is where the fun part comes in. Because I found a dude on Facebook Marketplace, nice dude, selling Elgato. Oh, a capture card. But that wasn't all. So I have a Stream Deck XL. Like I've had that for a while because my wife likes to spoil me sometimes. Lots of the time, most of the time, really. But so now I have a Plus to go with it, and another XL, so that they're symmetrical because the guy was selling them all together because I guess he got into streaming and then didn't like it. And since they're used, like lightly used, they look brand new. Here, I don't know if I can hold this one up, but you can kind of see. very, very lightly used. But dude. Hi, Luna. So yeah, so after the crazy drive, meet up with this dude. So you kind of had, Clown, you probably have a fair idea of what the stream decks and stuff go for, right? Like in the capture cards and stuff, because they're like all Mark IIs. They're all new. Like he got them like 3 months ago, I think. So this was kind of the best part. So he had them up on Marketplace. Take a wild guess at what I got all three for. Take a stab in the dark. What do you think? What would you let all three of those go if they're lightly used? Oh, 80, dude. Yeah, no, all three. Bearing in mind that each one of those is almost $300 a piece. If I bought all of them new, I think it's like $780 or $740 before tax, which is crazy. That's a lot. I ain't rolling at all. So that's a lot. You think 120 for all three or 120 for one? 120 for all three would have been great. Dude, I 100%. So the wife got me the XL, the Stream Deck XL, for my birthday last year, I think. I use it for everything, literally everything. Oh, 120 for all three? Yeah, nope, unfortunately, no. That would have been great, but no. Yeah, no, I use my XL for literally everything. It controls most of my stream. It's got a bunch of my like StreamBot stuff. Like if I need to, it's got like stuff where I can lock out chat and do all the other stuff and all this other stuff. Super great, like super freaking great. But no, I use it for literally everything. I've got like one for my video editing, one for like, because the way that you can set up all the buttons, perfect. I love it so much. It is one of the few things that like I got and I just use it endlessly forever for everything. Like I have a button on it that the only thing it does is it does the Windows hotkey for like taking a screenshot, but not like us. So there's one, so like you can do print screen or you can do alt print screen where it takes a picture of the program that you're in, but you can do, I think it's like Windows Shift S, if I remember right. And you can take like a snag, like just like a little area of whatever you click, basically. But like all of the hotkeys that I know they're there, but I can't always remember them, they all have a button. When I remember to put it in, all of like these guys, where is it? All of these guys will have a button. But so this is where the big head move came in. So yeah, all three, 100 apiece. I was very excited. That was a very good deal. Yeah. I don't know how to shut off big head. Oh, there it goes. I'm like, I don't know if I can shut that off. I don't want to see my teeth that much. But yeah, no, I'm super excited because now the only issue is I'm out of USB ports. I've got like a gamepad and everything else plugged in, and my headset's USB, my mic is USB. So yeah, a port solution has become integral. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be great because now I can like hit a button and open my folders from one to the other. Plus now I have knobs so that if like I'm too loud, I can just like turn myself down a little bit or turn myself up a little bit, which is fun. I like it. Makes me feel fancy. What did I say we were gonna do tonight? I don't even remember. I think we're gonna do Ashlands again. Probably do some Ashlands Exploration. Oh, Clown, I did want to talk to you actually. I remembered because you and I were talking about Once Human, right? So yeah, I had seen that clip that you sent because I've been looking into it because we'd been talking about it. Getting bougie. Hey, I can be a little fancy. I'll hold my pinky up. It'll be all right. But no, so Once Human, I'd been looking into it because you and I had been talking about it, so I was kind of keeping an eye on it. And so like I told you earlier, I've already installed it, and I've been watching a bunch of streamers play it just to kind of get a feel for what the game actually is. Long story short, if you make a character in there, let me know what your friend code is so that I can get you added. Because I think you get like stuff from it, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been in it. But one of the streamers I was talking to apparently did that. So I just saw it when they were playing. Looked interesting. It looked very it looked very similar in my mind to Pal World. It's kind of what it felt like. Like it seemed like a lot of that stuff was a little bit generative, if that makes sense. Because I don't know if you guys had heard about it, but it seemed, I guess, like word on the street was that Pal World used like a ton of like generative modeling or something for its stuff, which I'm not quite sure how that would work, but you know, more power to them. All right, let's get out. At some point, I'm going to figure out if I can put this mic up here out of the way. But today's not that day. We will try that for a different day. All right, so we're going to play Valheim, I think I said. Let's get that situated. But yeah, how was everybody's week? Luna, Clown, Lurky people? Yeah. Clown, you're reminding me I need to make more widgets. Emotes and stuff too. Oh no, you're good. What about friend code again? Sorry. No worries. You guys are good. Apparently Once Human has like a friend code thing where if you like basically if you invited somebody to the game, you reap the reward from it. So since you pointed me toward it, I figure you send me your code. We add that on there. Yeah, it looked fun. Kind of AI generated. though, because it kind of, I don't know what it is about it, but it has that same feeling, like pseudo vibe that Pal World had, but it feels a little bit more polished, if that makes sense. I haven't played it. That's just from what I've seen, but it feels like it. Could just be that they used a very similar like building model, but I'm not sure. But nice to know that the clown had his Garfield moment of the day. It's his lasagna. Oh, let's get in here. That's interesting. How about that? It kind of bumped my mic. I wonder if that has something to do with it. No. Well, that's worse. How's this? Better or worse? I can never remember which way decibels are supposed to go when you're using a mixer like this. I really need to just set mine to percentage. Stream crash? Did it? Yeah, I do think it did crash. Can you all still hear me? Oh. Yeah, it's sped up, but it's not caught up. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I just checked it on my meter. All right, I'm gonna shut stream off and restart. So refresh here in a second.